Shut up.
And we are now live. We are live right now. We are live to the YouTube, the live viewers on YouTube. So, as always, guys,
Hello.
let me just. There we go.
G'day,
Let me
g'day.
just turn myself off there. And so we have No Tomorrow. First, say g'day.
Hello, g'day, everybody.
And Jonathon, also known as Frisky Puppets, in the house. G'day, Jonathon.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, in the chat room tonight, and as I said, we always do this for the live viewers. We have from the top to the bottom, Jamie Ward is here, Hubby and Mrs. is here, Jonathon all the way from the UK, Beary Unicorns is here, Maddie RX is here as well. Kathleen Hicks, Kitty Catch is in the house. Red Ronzo's here. Gaz Kirsch is here. Banj Ward is here as well. Mel Snoopy's here. Let me see. Julie Arnold is here as well. Is that Julie Arnold? That's is that Julie? I think that's Julie, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Look at me trying to figure out all these people's real names and their geocaching names. They're all having a good chat to themselves. Oh, Greg Shaw is here as well. Fix It Fingers is here, also known as Zal Goliath. Tattooed Squared is in the house, and Pipes Down Under. Pipes Down Under. Where are you at the moment?
Is he actually down under?
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's all the way over
About
in
to
the
fly
UK.
to Venice.
Yes.
My goodness. What time is it over there, Pipes?
Pipes, what time is it over there, mate? You tell us, what time is it over there, mate? And we'll get a start on this very, very soon. Anyway, so what's been happening with you, Linda, in the last few days or weeks or the month, without getting into too much detail, because we'll save it for the
last days, weeks, or months. Which one do you want?
Whichever you like to give.
Days or
Luton,
today?
Luton in the UK, Pipes says he's in Luton, UK. So today, what happened to you today?
Today, I found a few geocaches today.
Did you?
That was good.
That's all right. Any good?
Do you want me to? I could rant. I've actually kind of slightly maybe been playing around with people in the actual chat room already, asking questions about mint tins versus other things. Oh. And my last one was actually, so I said like mint tins versus nanos. Which one do you think was the better container? Which wins?
I reckon nanos.
Nanos. A lot of people said nano. Okay.
Yep.
Eclipse. Sorry. A Systema at the base of a pole versus a mint tin magnetized higher on it.
Oh, see, I'm a fan of the magnets. I like the magnets. They stay in place if they're good magnets.
I would dare to say I think a mint tin magnetized higher up on a pole is better than a Systema just placed at the bottom of a pole with a pile of rocks on it.
On top of it. Although you can put more things in a system, it depends on the size.
Exactly, and I really don't like the way logbooks get stuck in those mint tins with that lip on it.
Oh, the lip is terrible.
However, and the last one I asked was the mint tin versus a Sharps container.
Oh, well, we all know mint tins are much better than the other. Did you get a Sharps container, did you?
That is probably my pet peeve. I can't stand finding those Sharps containers because as soon as I see it, it might be because of where I've lived maybe in the past, but I have seen some near here as well, that the Sharps containers, when you think that it's a geocache, you go, there it is, I found it, you open it up and there are used needles in there. That is not right. And I hate finding those kinds of containers because it's like, you go all the way out there for a geocache.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't want to leave without it. If this is it, I'm going to really, really be upset if I walk away and not touch this container. So you open it and it's like, oh.
Well, yourself and Maddie RX and myself, we went from that little trip to Stanthorpe, didn't we? And Maddie RX found one underneath the bridge, and we thought it was a.
And it was a Sharps. It had needles, used needles in it.
Oh wow! Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That was only just a few days ago. And then today I found this one, and it had a geocache in it, and I really don't like it because I think it's really scary, especially if you've got kids and they think that these are geocaches and they run off to go and open it.
Yep.
We need to be teaching our kids, teaching our people, these Sharp containers are not geocaches. Don't touch them ever. That's what I feel. That's my little rant.
Don't they even have a biohazard symbol on there?
They do. They have a biohazard symbol on it and everything. Yes.
Okay. Well, in the chat room, Big Matt's here as well. Ministro. Kim Hoskins is here. Jasmine Ward is in the house as well. Julie Arnold. And Big Matt says Sharps containers should never be used as a geocache. That is just very, very wrong.
Never, ever.
And Thomas Tank Engine's in the house, and he says Sharps containers can't normally be opened.
No, they're openable.
Yeah, I think they.
The ones that I'm finding are
exactly. And just before we go live, just before we start the recording now, Geocaching with Moto Joe was in the house, and his
Oh,
question is,
wow. So early in the
why do you
morning.
why do you start being so early in the morning? Mate, it's 7:30 p.m. here the next day for you. Actually, the next day, no, the same day, but
No,
7:30
same day now because he's early in the morning.
He is. He's early in the morning. So same day for you, mate. So, but late at night.
Wow. So got a couple of people overseas watching already?
Yes, there are. There's a few.
Mhm.
One from the UK, or two from the UK, including Pipes, and also Moto Joe is here as well. So, welcome, guys. All right, we're going to make a start. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to turn off my chat page.
Yes,
so
yes.
I have to say goodbye to everyone in the chat room because I'm not going to be distracted by you guys whilst I'm trying to concentrate tonight. I'll be back at the end, though.
She wants to talk. She wants to talk more, I think. All right, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready, Frisky Puppet?
All good.
All right, here we go. And g'day, guys. Seemyshell is here, and welcome to episode number 9 of the Geocaching Downunder podcast, recorded live on this, the very 1st of May in 2019. And a big warm g'day to our very own NoTomorrow. How you doing?
G'day. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Awesome to see. And also joining us tonight is a great geocacher, but he is an event planner, coordinator extraordinaire, none other than Frisky Puppet, Jonathon. G'day, mate.
G'day, guys. How are we all?
Good.
Good.
We're going to be talking to Jonathon a little bit further about events tonight. So tonight's podcast is all about events.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So we'll also got to wrap up the Clearwaters event as well, see what that was like. And then we talk about how you can host your own event, whether it be small or large, or medium or anywhere in between, or anything like a CETO as well. We're going to talk about CETOs?
Yes.
Yeah, we should talk about CETOs.
I think we need to, because I think there's a lot of people out there who actually don't really know much about the events and stuff.
Exactly. And they're a bit scared to do their own event. It's a bit daunting, isn't it, really?
Yep.
All right, guys, let's get into this. The Geocaching Down Under. First of all, obviously, we've got some news. So we'll get some news first, yeah? Sure,
Yeah.
why not? All right, we have some big events coming up, don't we? That we have first and foremost in June over in Western Australia. We have WA Goes Big. For those of you listening, it's GC83X06, GC83X06. Next on the agenda, we have the OZGeomuster mega event in July in Wollongong, GC7N7ZC, GC7. GC7N7ZC. I can't even read my own writing here. And then after that, we have the big St. Arnold's event down in Victoria in November. And that's GC7DN55. GC7DN55. And then there was announced recently, last month now because we're in May, was the GeoVenture 2020. And that's in Millicent, South Australia in April, the Easter time again. GC82DAN, GC82DAN. Now, before we go any further, I was told this week, just gone, there's going to be another big event, but it's not yet to be published. So we're only going to mention it once here to this month, and then we have to wait for it to be published before we can actually advertise it any further. And that's all the way over in New Zealand, over the ditch.
Oh, yay.
Yes. And that's in October over in Auckland, in Auckland 2020. But as I said, that is yet to be published, so we can't actually give you any further details surrounding that. But if you're in October next year in New Zealand, I'm thinking about going. So make sure you put your Willetans in, register, and plan your geocaching trips right now. So, Clearwaters, NT, thoughts?
You like my thoughts on the Clearwaters event?
Yes.
Well,
You were there a lot longer than what I was.
I was actually, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to reel off my favorite points list because it's just going to be easy for me.
Yes.
Okay, so I actually found, let's start with the beginning. I loved that there was free camping before the event. So that's an unpowered site.
Yeah.
Free camping. So I was able to turn up on the Monday, 4 days before the event started.
Yep.
And have free access to camp there. And I was there with a whole bunch of other people. There were campfires every night. There was even events, I think, nearly every night as well leading up to it.
All right.
So there's stuff going on, and I loved that ability, that opportunity to be able to camp there for free in the lead up to it.
Yeah.
One of my biggest highlights was actually the campfires every night. I loved being able to go and hang out at the campfire and get to meet other geocachers, to get to know them better. I found it was really quite a good place to just stop and hang out and get to know people.
I did see, because on their Facebook page they had the pilgrimage to the capital city or whatever it was called. I can't remember, Queanbeyan, whatever it was.
Mm.
And they did post photos, and I saw the campfire. It kind of grew each night with people.
It did, yes. It grew each night in size, the
Yep.
fire, and it grew each night with people. Again, of course, because the campfire started before the event started. So each day there was more and more people arriving as well.
Yeah.
But I'll have to admit, though, I actually feel like there were a lot of people that went off and hung out in their own little groups. And
Yeah.
it would have been nice to have gotten to know those people a bit better as well. But because they separated from that, yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it would have been nicer if they could have been a little bit more interaction around the fire.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. We go to any events, even the small events. It's going to happen no matter where you are, whether you're geocaching or whether you're into horse racing or anything else. And you get clicks. You get these people that they're all in their little group, and they enjoy their little friends and their little circle, which is all good. But they do have a what they have. They had that bingo game thing. What was that? That thing where you had to actually go out and find new people.
That's right. Okay, so the bingo game actually caused you to have to go around and talk to people, meet other geocachers. Things like it was asking you to go and find someone from another state, somebody
Yeah.
who had found certain types of geocaches, somebody who was from overseas, that kind of thing. So it did actually get you out there meeting other people.
Yep. Yep.
That's, yeah, to a small degree. But yeah, I think, like there were some people I didn't get the chance to hang out with and meet properly because they were off in their little group somewhere else. It
Yeah.
would have been nice to have gotten to know them a bit better.
Yeah.
That's all I was. But yeah, no, I had a couple of other highlights though.
Yeah. What was the other ones?
Okay, one of them was there was this series out at the Gugong Dam. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I know that I can pronounce this correctly, and that is that they had a Queen series around there. And as I went around the Queen series,
Queen as sorry, just interrupt.
Queen is in the band.
Oh, of course. Not
Yes.
Queen as in Her Majesty.
No, you see, I actually thought it might have been at first, but it wasn't. And it was really, really awesome being able to go around that with some friends and sing the songs as we went along. So that was great fun.
Yep.
But the highlight for me was actually there was a tricky multi-cache. It was a multi-layered multi-cache, and I was able to solve that. It took a lot of effort to solve. I did need a couple of prompts, and I did get a bit of a phone a friend with a couple.
Yeah.
But I was able to figure that out, and then I decided I just wanted to go out on my own. I just wanted to go out and find the final on my own, and it was the most amazing location and the greatest little time out.
Yeah. You do that. You're that type of person. You sort of you go walk about something, don't you? You like to walk.
Yeah.
You like to wander in your own backyard, as you like to call it.
Oh yeah, I enjoy that. It was a really beautiful place to go to as well.
I did see the photos. I must admit, you did send through the photos.
Oh, the photos were nothing compared to the actual being there. Oh.
But what about the actual cache itself? Because it's listed as a multi, yeah.
Correct.
But there's a puzzle involved in it.
There's actually a few layers of puzzles.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was starting to do the puzzles and I got to like about level 6 and I was like, oh, gee, I hope this doesn't go for 33 layers. Let's just put it there. You need to go check it out to figure out what I'm saying when I say 33. But yeah, it was just, oh my gosh.
Next question,
Thankfully, it didn't go too far.
Do you have the GC code at all?
I don't have it on me right now.
We'll bring it up before the end of the show and we'll mention it. And hopefully more people will look at it and more people will find it. If
it's really worthwhile having a go at. And the person who's adopted the cache will actually give you little prompts as well. Wow. He's not going to leave you hanging because people want these caches to be found. They don't want them sitting there for 2 years and 11 months like it was before I found it.
Exactly. No, I did see some of that, and wow, yeah, you did a lot better than me because I'm not really that much of a puzzler myself.
It takes some effort, but it's worth it. It feels amazing when you solve this stuff.
There's two types of geocaches. You see, there's puzzlers, and then there's people who know
drive them to it.
Exactly, that's the one. I'm a driver. Oh, yes.
You actually spoke to a number of people at the event, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. Actually, we I did, but you did as well a little bit. And that's a podcast all on its own now. I did a edit of that podcast, and that's available audio only on all podcast apps. So whether it be TuneIn, Stitcher, Podbean, iTunes, or Spotify as well. So all those things can be found on those app sites. So yes. And it looks like Linda has just ducked out. She's having issues with her Geo dog at the moment. But anyway, all right, let's get back into it now. So she wanted to say that we've been talking about events quite a bit here, and tonight we're going to speak to Frisky Puppet about the Mega that's coming up soon in Australia. Now she's back again. She's genuinely interested in finding out a bit more about the nitty gritty about events. Is that right, NoTomorrow? So you want to find out more about events? So you want?
Oh yes.
You want us to discuss about?
Yeah,
events
I would love to. Okay, so there's sometimes there's newbies out there, or okay, so for instance, I'd like to be able to talk to people who, like me, when the first time I went to an event, it was the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I skipped a couple of events before I actually finally went to one. And when I went to it, I was gone again in 5 minutes. That was the first event that I went to, because it is such a hard thing to do to actually attend an event.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And then when I went to hold my first event, that was really hard as well. So
Yeah.
I'd actually like to get to know a bit more about events. Yeah.
Well, from a beginner's point of view, if this is the first time you're listening to a podcast or you've just started geocaching, number one, do not be scared of events. No one there will bite you. Everyone is there to help you. People want, and I know from experience, we want more geocaches in our communities. If there's more geocaches, there's more caches out there, more things to find, more places to go, more numbers to be had. So don't be scared of events. No one is there going to hurt you. No one's going to judge you. Everyone knows what it's like to be brand new again. It's like getting your L's on a car. So make sure you look at events. The other thing to do as well is have, if you've got notifications on about new caches in the area, click on events as well. Get notifications of events, and also Facebook pages. Facebook pages are brilliant for that, like in terms of the groups, aren't they?
They are, yeah. There's quite a few Facebook groups out there, but not everybody has Facebook either.
This is true.
Yeah. Now, I found for myself the first event, because I didn't know what to expect whatsoever. I didn't know what an event looked like. I didn't know the person who was holding it. All I knew was that I had just gotten back into geocaching. I was excited about it, and I was kind of hoping to meet some new people from the area.
Yeah.
I think it is very scary to just step on up there on your own. I think if you were to hold an event and someone says, I'm thinking of coming, it would be nice to connect with those people if you've never seen them at an event before.
Yes.
If you're the one holding the event, just to personally connect, maybe arrange to meet with them somewhere before the event so they get to know who you are.
Exactly.
That can be one way of helping.
And that's if you're single. I mean, if you're a family of a husband and wife and a couple of kids, whatever, they're going to find it a little bit easier because they've got to take solace in each other.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Easier. But if you're by yourself and a singular person, I remember my very first event that I turned up to. I turned up to this event. I think I was about 3 months into actually my geocaching career as such, and I turned up and I met this lovely couple, Aries 44 and Mrs. A, we call her. And she had cakes ready on the bench and all this sort of stuff. And she's like, "Hi, are you here for the geocaching event?" And I said, "Yes, I am." Nice and softly quiet.
Yeah.
Hard to believe, but anyway. And then I said, yes. And they go, "Oh, what's your geocaching name?" Well, I turned around and said, "Oh, I Seemyshell." The first thing she said was, "Oh, we thought you were a girl."
Because Michelle. Yes.
The name Seemyshell.
Yep.
And because I've been caching in the area and finding geocaches, they'd seen this new person finding all their geocaches in the area, and so they're going, "Hang on, there's a new cacher in the area." And then when I turned up at the event, welcomed with open arms, and I haven't looked back since. So yes,
there you go.
Definitely
go. The first event that I went to, there was nothing to show me that there was an actual event there. So I turned up on time. And there was one person sitting at a table. There was no way I could tell it was an actual geocaching event. I thought maybe that's where it's at. Maybe that's some other person having a picnic.
Yes.
Then eventually a few other people came by. So I kind of walked past the event about 5 times before I had the guts to actually step up. And they go, "Hi, are you a geocacher?" I'm like, "Yes, I am."
So that's a good tip then. If you're going to host an event and it's one of your first events, try and have something that's geocache related, whether it be a shirt, for instance, a geocaching shirt, or it could be just the logo. Print out the logo and sticky tape the logo on the park bench or wherever you are. Something to represent you as a geocaching community.
My first event, I had an ammo can out on the table with a few truffle bugs, and everyone noticed straight away that was a geocache.
Exactly. Right. And that's a perfect way.
Yeah.
So that's one of the main tips. And another tip I would say as well is a lot of people you don't have to sign a logbook for events these days, but a lot of people still like to. I mean, I personally still like to as well. And what people do is that they go out of their way to create some sort of good logbook. Have you seen that?
I have. I've seen a few very good lookbooks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jonathon, Frisky Puppet, he's here. We're sort of ignoring him about events, and he's the event extraordinaire. Mate, what did you find about hosting a big event last year at the OZGeomuster for 2018? I mean, what did you have as the logbook? You had the big banner, didn't you?
Yeah, we used the banner for the actual promotion, and we used that, and that was great fun because it was good for everyone to sort of put their little John Hancock on, and yeah, it was good, and it's a good way to memorize it later too.
Yes, exactly right. So and so if you haven't been to the OZGeomuster for 2018 or the Clearwaters, because Clearwaters they had the banner as well.
They had a banner too. Yeah.
You tend to find that even Clearwaters actually there was a banner at Clearwaters that was from 2010 or 2012 or something. I think was it? Did you see that one at all? It was actually inside the pavilion area.
I saw a couple last year as well, I think,
Yeah.
at the OZGeomuster. Yeah, a couple of banners with names all
Yeah.
over them.
And
I
so-
actually have a logbook behind me on the wall up there. It's an actual map.
Oh.
That was my first event. I pulled out a map and I put it down. It was a bunch of coloured text. So they said, "Here's sign the logbook."
Oh, so so that was a logbook from the event, not a logbook actually inside your house that people sign when they go and.
No, that was for an event, and it's up there on my wall with a bunch of other maps.
Oh, that's a cool idea for a logbook. I mean, I think I even had for the cache creation event up here in the Northern Rivers, an ammo can that we signed, and then
yes.
I gave the ammo can away as the FTF prize. Remember that?
I do remember that was great. Yes.
Things like that.
So I've got a couple of other questions for you, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So you know a bit about events. You've held some events yourself. Okay. Are there guidelines that you need to follow? Like, what are the basic rules? If you're going to hold an event, there's rules you got to stay within. What are those?
There are rules with events. Now, the main rules with events is you can't host an event for the purpose of finding a cache. So you can't say, I'm hosting an event here. And the event's going to go for an hour and we're going to walk for that hour and find all these caches together. You can't do that. So event is just got to be for meeting like-minded people. That is it. The other thing is what they call event stacking. And event stacking is having an event, like separate events, close to each other in distance and close to each other in time frame. So you can't say, okay, we're going to meet here for half an hour, go find these caches, meet here for half an hour, go find these caches, that sort of thing. But if you are thinking about hosting your own event, the best thing to do is get on the geocaching forums and have a look under events. And they've got FAQs there as well. And at last but not least, if you really still worried about hosting your own event, the reviewers here in Australia are brilliant. They're on Facebook and any other sort of social media you want details of, or even post us, give us a question here, and we can sort of answer it from there for you at the Geocaching Downunder at gmail.com.
Yeah. Or maybe you know somebody in a nearby town or something that holds events. You can ask them as well. That you can jump onto the GC messages there and message them.
Exactly.
Ask for a bit of help from local.
If you in your mind, if you have, okay, I'm going to host this event because I want to meet people, then you're going to be sweet, and that's it. The only other thing that's different is a CETO.
I was about to ask, are there different kinds of events? So you've got just like a basic event.
So you got a normal event, and then you've got obviously a mega event. Now, a mega event is, as Jonathon would say, actually, Jonathon, we'll check what's a mega event, mate. We'll chuck it to you. What's a mega event? Chuck it to you.
A really, really big event that takes a lot of effort. I'll give you that one. No, a mega event is if you have 500 will attends for your event. So you get awarded that from Geocaching HQ. It's not something you can just pick and say, I'm going to be mega.
No.
You do have to be awarded that from Geocaching HQ. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's really worthwhile doing, though.
Yes, it was. And then after that, you've got a Giga event. Now, there's never been a Giga in Australia.
But what is a Giga?
A Giga is the same as a Mega, basically, but it's 5,000 people instead of 500. 5,000.
That's a lot of people.
There is. But so there's only ever been one Giga so far in America, and I was lucky enough to be over there last year for that at Cincinnati, Geo Woodstock for 2018. There isn't one listed for this year as yet. They're still trying to get the numbers up for Geo Woodstock again this year.
That's in America?
In America, yep.
Okay. Are there any other places in the world there are Gigas, correct?
Yes, there's 2 Gigas within 2 months in Europe. 2 Gigas.
Within 2 months?
Within
Wow.
2 months. There's 2 lots of 5,000 people.
That's amazing.
Europe is huge when it comes to numbers. It is huge. So yes. So there you go. That's your standard event. You've got your mega event, and you've got your Giga. So forget about.
But then you've got a CETO, is that right?
And you've got these CETOs. That's right. Now CETOs are basically, they're called cash in, trash out.
Cash in, trash out. Yeah.
I knew you were going to bring that up. You had to. I like it. So all they are is basically, if you think of it as a Clean Up Australia event. So you host an event for an hour or half. An hour is probably good. An hour to an hour and a half is good. You basically have people come along and either can pick up rubbish, or they can do replanting, or you can work with your local council as well. So if you're speaking to your local council, they can provide you areas in which to look at and focus upon that need cleanup. You know what? That even includes graffiti removal and stuff as well. Anything to clean up, as NoTomorrow would say. Let's keep our backyard clean and tidy.
Yay! So can you can hold event just to clean graffiti?
No, you'd involve it with the actual area.
Okay, so you have to actually be doing rubbish removal.
You still have to do some sort of rubbish,
and you can do the graffiti cleaning at the same time.
Exactly.
So, sign me up for the graffiti cleaning.
I know. Me too. Nothing more satisfying, is there? I mean, you watch videos online all the time of people, spraying the graffiti off or whatever, and it just looks so satisfying. Anyway,
now I actually want to do that to some of those smog-covered rocks in Sydney. Get out like the power sprayer and just clean some of those rocks. It's kind of like smog graffiti.
Exactly. All right. Let me just. Someone just said I'm very quiet on my audio, so I'm just turning myself up slightly. There we go. Okay, so so that's the CETOs. That's what we have. Have you got any other questions about events? If you
souvenirs. Like I received a couple of souvenirs recently from events. One of them was an event during the Cash Carnival, and I got a souvenir for that one. And at the recent Clearwater's mega event, I got a souvenir for attending that one. Is that normal to get a souvenir when you attend events?
Not all events. So you get a souvenir if it's a mega or if it's a Giga. You only get souvenirs for other events if specified by HQ. So we had the recent cash creation events, and you got a special souvenir for attending a cash creation event as well. So that sort of thing, but you don't get, if you just went up to an everyday ordinary event, you wouldn't get a digital souvenir for it. No.
Okay, that's
Yep. Very good. All right, those of you in the chat room, how's my audio now? I've turned it right up, so hopefully it gets better. Anyway.
Right. So we were talking mega and stuff here.
I know, and I was mega soft apparently.
You're what? Mega what?
My audio was mega soft. My audio was mega soft.
Well, I'm mega interested in having a chat with Jonathon and finding out about the mega event that's coming up in July.
We are. All right. I'll shut up then in that case then. And let's get on to this chat with Jonathon, Frisky Puppet himself, where we're going to talk all things OZGM for 2019. Stand by. Okay, and we are back, and we're speaking to none other than Frisky Puppet himself, also known as Jonathon. Well, some people know him as Jonathon, most know him as Frisky Puppet. G'day, mate. How you going?
Oh, look, fantastic. And yourselves?
Good, mate. Thank you for joining us. Now we did have you on a couple of months before this mega event. Firstly, when is it? Where is it? Tell us about it.
Okay, so it's on in Wollongong, and it's the 6th, 7th, and 8th of July. So that is actually a Saturday, a Sunday, and a Monday this time around.
Okay, so and that's school holidays, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's actually school holidays in every state of Australia.
Ooh.
Oh, do we know about New Zealand though? I'm going to put you on the spot there, aren't I?
I think it was.
Poor Jonathon is there going, why are you asking me about New Zealand for? We go to, this is the down under. So New Zealand is like, the most eastern state.
They're the cousins.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
They're the good looking cousins.
Buddies.
All right. So down in Wollongong in July. Now that's winter.
It is.
Yeah. So we were talking before about campfires and stuff. What's mate? Please say there's campfires allowed. Please.
Absolutely. I mean, the campfires really become a major event to unwind and just socialize with everyone else and talk about how your day of caching is gone. So, I think we would be in a lot of trouble if we didn't have one. And the good part is we've actually got 3 major campfires around the site that we can utilize, and all the wood is actually being supplied by the venue, which is great.
Oh, great!
Nice.
Now we're talking about the venue itself is the Cataract Scout Park.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, down in Wollongong. I remember years and years. Well, a couple of years ago when I was a scout, I actually camped there. They've got big areas. So what you're saying is we've got 3 big areas, and what is there numbered sites for people, or how can they?
Yeah, okay. So there's 3 maiden camp areas that we're going to be utilizing at the event. Each of those camp areas have got toilets, showers, camp kitchens, dining rooms, campfire sites. They're all powered sites, which is amazing. The good thing is you will be able just to rock up, pick a spot with your mates, camp together, connect yourself to the power, and off you go. So there's no actual dedicated sites as such. You'll just be able to go around and find the spot that suits your needs at the time.
That sounds pretty cool. What do you
Do you have many showers?
Do you want to know? This is the most amazing thing. It's ridiculous. We have over 100 showers.
What?
100?
100 showers? How many showers are in?
Each campsite has actually got
less than 100.
24.
Well, each campsite's got 24 showers.
Yes.
Wow.
And you got 3 of those. Plus, of course, there's other accommodation options like the cabins and the leader rooms.
Yeah.
And they've all got their own private en-suites off those as well. So combined, we're about 102 showers all up. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Wow. So, and so there's basically 3 massive sites, and each of those sites has its own sort of amenities. What about camp kitchens and stuff as well?
Yeah, fully stocked camp kitchen. So you've got hot plates, cooktops. There is fridges, one of which the main area has actually got a walk-in cool room, which I think is pretty amazing. So if you are camping, you don't need to worry necessarily about packing the fridge. There is going to be plenty of room for you to dump your cold stuff in there and keep it cool and fresh.
Yeah. Either that or just even put it outside your tent overnight and it keeps it cool.
Absolutely.
That time of the year.
It will be winter, yes.
It will be winter. So you're saying before 3 nights. Obviously, we haven't spoken price yet. How much is it for camping?
I knew you were going to ask that.
You haven't got that in front of you, do you? Well,
I do not.
It's for 3 nights, so it's actually Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. So you stay from the Saturday to the Tuesday. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's a few questions that people have messaged in asking about the actual dates, because people always think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday for some reason.
Yep.
No, people. This one here is Saturday, Sunday, Monday because it's school holidays.
Yeah.
Can people turn up early on the Friday?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can turn up early and you can also leave late, but you just need to arrange that with the Cataract Scout Camp directly and just tell them that you're with us, and they'll actually put you into one of our 3 campsites or allow you to have access to those.
Oh, fantastic.
Very good. Now, and as always, we like to say this as well. Let's be honest. I mean, yeah, you can get there early and you can peg out your own sort of area for your friends. But people do not hog so their power, if I remember rightly, their power power, what do you call it? Poles.
Big power poles,
Big
yeah.
power poles. So if you're going to be going there and you've got sort of 5 or 6 friends, especially if you're all caravanners, for instance, why not just take up one power point with a long lead and go in a separate area from the power pole, so then other people who come singularly don't have to have these big extension leads. What do you reckon?
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm talking about the caravanners more so than anything else, because they're the ones that can pack everything.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those. Don't worry.
I know you are. I know you are, exactly. All right. So if we get a start then on the night. So what's on? Say you rock up there on the Saturday.
Yep.
Registration. What's going on there?
Okay, so Rego is going to be opening up at about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
We've got all new registration system in line. So if you did attend last year and you did get a little bit of a delay last time, we've actually streamlined that. So we're getting new systems put in place to really make that so much quicker. So you get in and get out really quick and get what you need and head off caching.
And yeah, get out about do what you do best, which is geocache. That's right. So that'll be open all day Saturday. The registration going to be open all weekend, the Saturday, Sunday?
Yes. And it's going to be open Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Okay, cool. So you can turn up for just the day if you live local.
Absolutely.
Or if you can only turn up for 1 or 2 days, you can do that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. There you go. So if we start then in that case, night number 1. By going by last year's OZGem, you had these special things each night.
Yes.
Tell us about the special things you've got organised for each night here.
Okay, this first night, the Saturday, we're actually doing trivia because, let's face it, who doesn't enjoy a lighthearted game of trivia with your mates where you can try and see who's better than the other teams?
Is it Geocaching?
And so Anita aren't. It's me.
Gotta love a little friendly competition. But the good thing is we have some amazing prizes to give away at that as well. So there's really cool sponsorship prizes going from that. Tables are for 6 people.
Yep.
And you can actually register for that now on our website as well. So,
a quick mention of the website. Is it OZGeomuster.com.au?
That's the one, yeah.
Yes. So all one word, OZGeomuster, all, what do you call it, little letters, OZGeomuster.com.au. That's nice and easy.
It is.
Well done on grabbing that.
Everyone knows that name.
Exactly. So trivia.
I actually have a question about the trivia night. That you're saying that they're like tables of 6. So say you're one person and you don't have a group of friends that you're going with. Can you turn up and be able to get a seat, do you think?
You need to book in before the event, before that activity.
At least have your name down on the list saying you've got a seat there.
Yes. But the good thing is we are actually able to, when you do the registration, there's a click on that actually lets you say, I'm only one person or I'm only a small group. Add me to another table and you can go from there.
That's
nice.
That's interesting.
I like that.
Just quickly going back into the chat room, we have Great Caches. Great Caches, I've stayed with them over in America. They're caches from West Virginia. Great couple, and they're coming over just for the mega.
Wow,
that's pretty cool. So
that is pretty awesome.
As well, save them a spot. And also Kitty Catch, she's asked, her question is regarding the focus. Will the focus on the trivia night be geocaching related? In other words, I think she wants to study.
Yes, the focus will definitely be geocaching related.
And who's going to host this trivia night? Can we say?
We've got someone amazing. Yeah. You won't believe who's coming over from the USA to help us with this one. No better than Cully Long.
Cully Long. So Cully
Long.
How to Puzzle Cache guy.
How to Puzzle Cache. Yeah, I'll get my words right.
Did you say cache?
Cache.
That's the
cache.
I have that annoying reverb going in my ear again. But yeah, no, he's the author of that awesome book, which I think just about most of us have got a copy of.
Yeah, I do. I've got a copy myself. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So make sure they bring along their books in that case. And yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, sweet. So there you go, guys. So make sure you turn up. Registration is still available online at OZGeomuster.com.au for the trivia night number 1. So after night number 1, the trivia night's finished. People get the prizes. The smart ones do. I don't. And then people get dispersed back to their little campfires and stuff.
Yeah. Campfire every night.
Every night. Look at that, guys. Every night you can campfire around your own little area, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So then they wake up then on Sunday morning. What happens Sunday morning?
Okay, so Sunday we have quite a few seminars during the morning and afternoon sessions. We've tried to keep it all in the early part or the latter part of the day, so you've got plenty of time to go out and cage, because let's face it, that's what we're all there for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that'll be earlier on in the day. And then later that night, we actually have the night markets and food vans on site. So
yes.
yeah, the markets were a huge success last year, so we thought we'll bring them back and enjoy the night again.
Yeah, I remember those night markets last year. That was pretty cool. They even had last year. What do you call it? That archer guy, like not archer as in the person, a named archer.
Yeah,
but the guy who with a bow and arrow, sort of like.
Yeah, the air archery, I think it was called.
Archery, that's right. You even had that. So and obviously these companies that are coming up for this, they're all local to Wollongong, are they?
Yes, everything's hopefully going to be local to the region.
Yep.
So you'll get a chance to trial a lot of the local food and beverages and everything that's Wollongong. So a little sample of what's around.
Wow.
Sounds great.
Well, I'm from Wollongong myself, so I know that Wollongong is very, very diverse in multicultural society. It's because of the steelworks down there, very, very similar to Newcastle in terms of, you've got all the different types of foods available. Let's just cross fingers that we have all these different types of vans that are going to come on board, because I'm telling you now, there's from Turkish pie. Oh, Turkish pie. I'm just salivating here just thinking about it. So that's the night markets on the Sunday night, that one.
Yes.
So then on Monday, the same thing. Your registration is open and people can go out cash and more seminars. And then what happens on the Monday night?
Well, we'll be ending the whole event with what I think is the one of the best events that we have on site, which is the Geocachers Got Talent.
Yes.
Now, that event was huge last year, and it was so much fun to see what everyone was able to do, what their skills were outside of caching, and we're hoping that this year's going to be even bigger and better. So,
and there was a real variance of different kinds of talents at different ages. And
absolutely.
Yeah, different.
And we want to see everything. We really do.
Yeah.
And I hear that there's a special guest host for that one as well.
They're not special. Yes, I'll be there hosting the.
Is that all?
Yes. I'm crossing my fingers that NoTomorrow will be there as well to co-host with me. That would be pretty cool.
It would
be different
by the Geocaching Downunder podcast. That'd be cool.
Yes,
that would be cool. All right, so the Geocache Got Talent, and registrations for that are open, are they?
Registrations are very much open online as well. So you just need to tell us what type of equipment you need. So we've got all the tech side there for you, and so that Craig knows exactly what you're going to be doing, so we can censor you or not. We do ask, obviously, that it is a family friendly.
Yes, it has to be family friendly. There are lots of family. Geocaching is family friendly in general, so yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
But we have got some amazing prizes to give away for that one too. One of our sponsors, Garmin, is actually donated some awesome prizes for that. So that's really exciting stuff.
Garmin, I think I need to enter the competition myself then.
I know. Anyone that needs to update.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
What would you do? What would you do, Linda? Poetry.
No.
Yes.
I tried that and I'm not really.
So NoTomorrow, our own NoTomorrow here, entered a poetry competition thing in Clearwaters. That was really good. It was nice and deep sort of poem, as opposed to all the lightheartedness that was going on. So I liked it. All right, we have some quick questions coming in from the chat room that I'm going to ask you straight away, Jonathan. Here we go. Number one is Cully Long. Everyone's talking about Cully Long, which is pretty cool. Number one is he going to be there to autograph books?
Yes, he will be. He's actually going to have a stall on site, and so he'll be around for quite a long portion of that to be able to sign your books and meet with you and chat with you and all that sort of stuff, which I think is really cool. He's really excited to come over and meet all the Aussies and to see some of the caches that you guys have got planned. So cool. I think it'd be more awesome to see.
That'd be awesome. We have Julie Arnold. Is her next question again is Cully Long related. She heard that he was going to have a new book.
Yes.
Is that what? A new
Apparently so. Apparently he's bringing out a new book. But apparently I believe that he's also bringing an updated version so that if you do have the previous edition, you can just update it as well. So that could be really cool. And I believe that's exclusive to Cully Long.
Oh wow! And so that's exclusive then to the That's a worldwide exclusive right there.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, how goosebumps just thinking about that. That's awesome. That's really cool. As another question came through about the lab caches. Asking about the lab caches and the lab cache state versus state.
Absolutely. Battle of the labs.
A battle of the labs. I like it.
Battle of the labs. So every state in New South Wales, and of course our friends over the other side of the ditch in New Zealand, are bringing caches to the event.
Yep.
I've seen some of them, and some of them, my goodness, it's going to be a huge competition as to which state takes out the first trophy. The trophies are also amazing. I know, Craig, you've seen them. I've seen photos.
I've seen them. I've held it. I've touched it.
Oh,
it is
jealous.
It is.
I haven't even had a chance yet.
And they're supplied by our good friends geostuff.com.au.
Yes.
Yeah, John and Di from geostuff.com.au. What a great job they do.
I know. They have been so helpful leading up to this. It's amazing.
Oh, unbelievable. And actually, you wait till you touch it, Jonathan. I'm telling you, it's just insanely good. But yeah, so anyway, so that's those trophies for the lab cache. Now, if people, again, brand new to geocaching, and they go, lab cache? What the hell's a lab cache? Just a quick rundown in your mind of what a lab cache is.
Well, a lab cache is just a different type. It's an experimental cache. So it doesn't necessarily have to follow the same guidelines as a normal cache. A lab cache is also only temporary. And usually you have to have a code word. And I think the new app, you have to actually also have to be in the region for it as well. So that's good. That's a nice addition to it, I think.
That's the new app that
yeah.
We did that new app in Clearwaters. It worked really, really well.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, no, it worked really, really well. Again, just quickly, I know I go back and forth to the live chat all the time, but in the live chat, they're all about New South Wales. They're going, go New South Wales, blues, New South Wales.
For the trophy for the lab caches, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, Jonathan, who do you think so far? What's your pick of the states so far? Do you have a favourite yet?
I'm going to have to be biased and say New South Wales.
There you go.
I'm going to go for Northern Territory because NT like no tomorrow.
Oh, of course, NT.
True.
Is there even anyone from Northern Territory entering?
Yes, there is, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
We actually managed to find representatives from every state.
That's
fantastic.
Cool.
That is awesome to actually have everyone from every state. That's pretty cool. All right, another question has come through in regards to someone heard through the Clearwaters because I spoke about it. The Puggle Club. What's the Puggle Club? And firstly, what is a Puggle?
Well, a Puggle is actually a baby echidna.
A baby echidna.
Yes.
And echidna is your new emblem, your new mascot.
It is, yeah.
Mascot.
Seeka is our new mascot this year, and that's actually an echidna. So it was only right that the Puggle clubs be Puggles.
So with this Puggle Club, is it going to be similar to those you see on cruise ships, for instance, or
Well, I haven't been lucky enough to get onto a cruise ship, but I'm presuming that it means that you can dump your kids and go away and have a good time around the bar. So
that's
kind
right.
of, yeah.
So that's right. So you're going to have basically dedicated session times, one of a better word, that you can drop your kids off, go into a few caches, just you and your partner, or you and your friends, and then come back and pick the kids up. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And all the people that are looking after the kids are all accredited and got child working certificates and everything that's required legally for it. So, and there's going to be activities that the kids are doing on site, and there's going to be games and activities and all sorts of things for those guys.
Wow.
Is it going to be daytime or nighttime or both?
That will all be daytime.
Yeah, daytime. Nighttime.
Yeah, the idea was so that it would allow the parents to get out and do a little bit of caching. Maybe some of the more difficult terrain 5s.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Either that, or as you said, Jonathan, go and hit the bar instead.
Well, there's that option too.
Mind you, in saying that, I mean, I remember back in the day when my kids were young, and they used to have fun coming out caching with me. But still, the kids kids are going to be kids. They can only do certain things that's going to be so much fun. In other words, okay, just 5 today, Dad. You know what I mean? Or just all larges today, Dad, because we want to play with some toys. This way, it'll allow parents and whatnot to cash without their kids, without any baggage, so to speak. So that's pretty. That's a pretty.
Yeah, it is good. It's helpful.
At the same time, the kids are going to like it more as well, because I mean, you've got events planned for the kids. They're going to love it. They're going to love that.
Well, I've seen some of the activities that are planned so far, and I think I'm jealous that the kids are going to have more fun than we will. So it's going to be a lot of fun for them, I think.
Exactly. No, that's pretty cool. And also just going on seminars. And what sort of seminars are we talking about?
Well, we've got a few confirmed at the moment. We've got 6 seminars over the weekend.
Yeah.
We've got a good mixture. Of course, there's going to be a couple of really special seminars, which I will let you know about, and they're the Cully Long seminars. So there's something that you really want to make sure that you got in your schedule. So that's a really good one. One thing that we have done this year is we actually created a new page on our website. Right. So that'll be updated with all the seminar times and dates and a little bit of a description about what you're going to learn at that seminar. And also we've created a new way of marking whether it's a beginner's course, an intermediate course, or a master's class. Wow. So you'll be able to visualize that really quickly and just see if it's something that you should be going to, or something that you might sort of think, oh, that's a bit above my head, so I might leave it for now. So
in other words, you can say things like, if you've got less than sort of, 100 fines, whatever, the beginner's classes for you. If you got up to 1,000, then you're the intermediate. Over 1,000, you're the advanced. That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty cool idea.
I like that idea too.
Well, it was something that we picked up from the last event, that people were sort of a little bit concerned that they might have gone to something that might be a bit above them, or again, it might be something that they already knew long ago. So
yeah, definitely. Time is getting away from us, mate. But a few things. CETO, is a CETO going to be planned? Because we all
absolutely
love giving.
CETO event is a must for any mega. Because I mean, personally, I think it just demonstrates how much we as geocachers care about the environment that we play our game in. So we are waiting on word from Destination Wollongong, who are one of our sponsors, and they're actually helping us pick the best spot that really needs our geocaching attention. So.
Yes. Exactly. I mean,
fantastic.
It was great last year as well. We did it on the beach, and I remember standing there last year, and people were coming up to us. Random muggles were coming up to us saying, "Oh, you guys are doing a great job," because they thought we were part of the actual council or a land community sort of thing. But we're just geocachers.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a great thing. I think it's a really worthwhile cause for.
We're never just
us.
Geocachers.
No.
We are geocachers.
Exactly.
That's right.
All right, Jonathan, one last thing. Any exclusives for our listeners tonight? Anything that you haven't...
You always put me on the spot.
I know, right? I know. I'm sorry.
How about 2?
Oh, yeah.
All right. What about, we've got a lackey coming from HQ.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. Gear Guru is actually heading over, and a little birdie tells me that he's a bit of a high terrain guy as well. So that could be a lot of fun to catch up with him and go out caching. So
a high terrain lover lackey. That's pretty cool.
I know. For those people out who don't know what a lackey is, what is a lackey?
A lackey is someone that gets the awesome job of actually working for Geocaching HQ. I mean, that's probably the most envious job in the world.
It is. It is. I know. When I went over there, I spoke to Brian Roth personally and said, "Mate, if you've got someone, you need an Aussie over here, let me know."
There's a long line, mate.
I'd
get
my job over there, I tell you.
And I'll tell you the other thing that we've got coming up, which hasn't been announced yet, is the Geo Art. Now, I think that is a really worthwhile thing. And I think the good thing with our Geo Art too, it's a nice little mixture of cache tie-ups. So you're not going to be stuck just sitting at home doing a million puzzles. Yeah. You're going to be able to go out and do a little mixture of just about everything.
I love the sound of that.
Because I always put myself in a puzzle group and just I'm the quiet non-achiever.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what comes out of that one.
That's cool. So what sort of cache types then are in the actual Geo Art? And can you tell us what the Geo Art's about, or that's a secret until it pops up?
Oh, look, I think the geo art is going to be self-explanatory. I mean, it's on our geocoin, it's on our logo for Wollongong, so of course it's the lighthouse. So you're going to have a beautiful big lighthouse built somewhere in Wollongong.
Yeah.
And I think you've got a mixture of traditionals. There's some Werrigos, there's some mysteries, of course. There's
multi. I think there's a multi.
Yeah, there's a multi. I think one multi, isn't
it? And there's a challenge cache.
Yeah, there's a couple of challenges as well.
Challenges as well, which is pretty cool. Challenge caches I like because they're normally just an offset. And I like them because I sort of now, after my long trip across America, I qualify for most of them, which is pretty cool.
Yes. Well, the good thing is with this one too is the challenge caches that we've got planned. You should be able to gain just by finishing the lighthouse.
Oh, I love that.
That's awesome.
So
I love that.
If you're brand new geocacher and you're coming along to this event, you can do the complete geo art, including the challenges, just by doing the geo art. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's very.
So it's really cool.
And those challenges, not these ones in particular, but many challenges have like specific things you need to have achieved as a geocacher. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's pretty cool.
So
that's
like, you have to have found a certain number of some kind of type of geocache, that kind of thing. Yep.
Yes.
Very, very good. One more thing from the chat room. It's actually quite a good, valid question. And this one comes from Purple Cash Eater, who asks, how are you organizing the volunteers? Are you doing like on the website, like Clearwaters did? So people can actually log in and pick times and places for themselves?
Yeah, so very shortly, in fact, I think within the next 48 hours or so, there will be a page on our website that you can go to, and it's exactly the same as the way we did the volunteers last year. So you'll be able to get online, pick what times you're available, and let us know. And we love volunteers. There's always room for more volunteers. So
I'm telling you now that the volunteers do not get enough credit when it comes to these.
Absolutely not.
Clearwaters. Most of the people I spoke to, apart from Greg himself, were volunteers. You know, they were all part of the actual the planning, so to speak. So volunteers. So there you go, guys. Hit up the OZGeomuster.com.au for all your information from there. All right, we're gonna have to end it there because time's got away from us as always. So tomorrow. Next month, what are we doing?
Next month, okay. So next month we actually have the geocacher named Cached. And it's not cached. It's
cached.
Cached.
It's cached.
Cached. I've actually heard a podcast where she calls herself Cached. It was going to be cashed up, but she realized that Australians call it cached, so she changed it to just Cached. So there you go. It's Cached. So anyway, that's how it's pronounced. That's her name. Sam will be joining us. She's actually a psychologist, and we're going to talk a little bit about the geocaching with psychology, mental health, that kind of stuff. It could be quite interesting.
Very, very interesting indeed. So in other words, because we're leading up to winter and people sort of like to hibernate, don't they?
Yeah. And it is a known fact, I believe. I have been told. I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know, but I have been told that a lot of people do go quite low in their own selves as well. In the colder winter months.
That's right. So we're going to talk about how geocaching is going to improve your mental health. So if you're starting to feel down inside or whatever else, go out and find some stuff. You know,
well, that's one part of what we'll be talking about anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's one part of it, one aspect. So guys, if you've got any questions in regards to mental health and geocaching, please send us a line, geocachingdownunder@gmail.com. So there we have it. So that'll be in the first week of next month. We haven't done an exact date as yet.
No, we haven't got an exact date, but the first week of June.
In the first week of June sometime. Look out on YouTube, guys. Thank you all for joining up in the live chat room, and stay tuned because after we finish this podcast, we have a personal chat just with those in the chat room, not on the audio. So yes. So thanks everyone who jumped in on the live YouTube broadcast tonight. And remember, we do record this live in the first week of every single month. So make sure you follow all our social media pages so you don't miss out on any of the GeoChat. If you have any questions or comments, please drop us a line at geocachingdownunder@gmail.com. And this podcast can be downloaded on any of your favorite podcast apps, including Podbean, Stitcher, TuneIn, iTunes, Spotify. Have I missed any? No. No, I think I've got it all.
If you're listening to it right now on a different one, it's that one as well.
Exactly right. And if it's not on your one that you listen to, send us a message and we'll put it on there as well. So yes. Anyway, so that brings us to the end of episode number 9 of the Geocaching Downunder podcast. So flick over to NoTomorrow.
The world is my backyard. It is yours too. So why don't you guys get outside and play?
Exactly right. So from the Geocaching Downunder team, along with Frisky Puppet, thank you for joining us. We're over and out.
Yay! Hang in there, Frisky Puppet. All right, is that it? We're done. We're just with our live audience now.
Still live. So Frisky Puppet, we're still live to the watching
YouTubers.
I'm getting on there right now so I can get back into the chat. I did mention earlier to those who were watching earlier.
The chat's going off again now. So
yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. So that was great caches. Now I'm telling you, great caches. They are a fantastic couple. Wonderful people. They hosted myself over in America. And drove me around doing all the high favorited West Virginia Tim's caches and some of their own as well. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So yes, great caches. Thank you for joining up, and we're going to see you this year, which is cool. Who else is on? Hubby and Mrs. Of course, they're on that. They were on the whole time. That was pretty cool. Who are you saying hello to NoTomorrow?
I'm just saying that I am there. I am saying hello to everybody, pretty much. Hello, everyone.
Everyone. So,
there's too many people there to say hello to individually.
Do you have the live feed up there, Jonathon? No?
No, I don't. I'm just getting it now.
Yeah. Jump in and you can see who's on there as well. So, Purple Cashish wants the code on the air freshener. Okay, go get the air freshener. No, tomorrow. Go get your air freshener. Mine's actually in my car where it's supposed to be.
Oh my gosh.
So these air fresheners we got from Victoria, the Victoria Mega, and also Clearwaters as well.
Let's see if we can get this to work.
Is it focus? You got talk.
Can you see that? I'll say it then. Okay, it's RTCVJ9. RTCVJ9. There you go.
There you go, guys. So discover
name on that one. Thank you.
Tattooed Square said camping's $35. $35 a head, I do believe.
Is that per night?
No.
For all 3 nights. We didn't get
Did you say it's powered? All sites are powered?
All sites are powered. $35 for 3 nights. Per person.
Wow.
Well, I really do hope I can get there.
Yeah. I mean, you got to co-host the Geocache Got Talent with me. That would be cool.
I've also got to work if I get work.
This is true. So for those of you watching in the live chat room as well, the Geocaching Downunder are proud silver sponsors of the OZGem, which is awesome to see. Yeah. Did you know
we
that?
appreciate it muchly.
I know. Did you know that NoTomorrow? I told you.
I knew that we were sponsors. I didn't know what we were doing as sponsors.
Silver.
We're silver. Not sponsors, we're silver sponsors.
There you go.
It's pretty fancy.
Some part of the 2 parts, that's all. So yeah. Thank you very much for great caches. The great caches are off to work now, so they've just had their coffee. It's 6:30 in the morning.
6:30. That's what I was going to ask. What time it was over there? 6:30 in the morning.
Exactly. DJ Ant. Waka waka wow! I didn't know you was Rex 1 201. Yes. Barry, Wollongong is going to be amazing. It is. Yes.
I'm trying to go through all these all the comments and things. There's too many there to go through.
There's a few comments, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we had a few people in the chat room. Let me just flick through to see if there's any.
Moto Joe was there for a while and he had to go to work and get more coffee.
Yeah, he did. Moto.
Now I follow Moto Joe, his actual personal account on Facebook, and he loves his coffee.
Exactly. So Moto Joe, he's a great guy. I find him very intriguing to watch. He's very natural. I love his tie-dye. Have you seen that when he's got his tie-dyed shirt on? He goes, tie-dye. You got to watch more of his videos. They're great. He loves his tie-dye shirt. and just his mannerisms and stuff make you laugh. Anyway, what else are they going to say? Let me see. When are they released? When's the GeoArt released? That was another question there from Purple Cash Eater. Do we know when
Soon.
Fireworks.
Soon.
We're just finalizing
Soon.
everything at the moment.
Soon.
There was a question about fireworks in the comments.
Yes.
Too. We didn't get to that.
Rex1Rex12001 asks, "What about fireworks? Will you have them this time?"
Oh, that's DJ Ant.
Yeah, that's DJ Ant. And no, not this time around, mainly because it is a national park area that we're in.
And it's too bushy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, there wasn't enough clearage.
Yeah.
If we had fireworks, we might have extra fireworks
Yeah.
with flashing lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And sirens and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good pick up there, NoTomorrow. What else? Who else we got? We didn't even talk about the orders. So the coins are finished.
Yeah, the coins and the part tags are all done.
Yep, they're all done.
If you are early, you can get some.
Oh,
We over-ordered,
Oh.
but not many. So getting quick.
So those of you who are watching this, obviously on YouTube, because this is not in the audio now. So Jonathan is wearing the shirts. The shirts are still available for another couple of days.
Yep, they finish on the 6th.
6th, so 5 days to go. So the 6th of May, these orders close. So Jonathan's wearing the collared polo shirt. Very, very schmick, that one.
It's very schmick. Look.
Is that
with the pocket?
It's a pocket.
It's a pocket. It's an internal pocket.
That's right.
No, that looks really cool. And I like the design under the arm there. It's last year as well, which is pretty cool.
It's a brand new geometric design.
I like it. And of course, I must say, what am I wearing?
You're wearing the much anticipated sports version.
It is. It's so nice to wear. It's so.
We had so many people last year ask us if they could buy the volunteer shirts. So this time around, we decided that we'll make a shirt that was very similar. So that's where that one came from.
All right, I'll stand up. I'll move the microphone. Hang on, stand up and have a parade for you. Oh, actually, I can't because I'm not wearing pants. I just thought of that. Anyway, it's a good shirt. There we go. See, it's
lovely.
It's a great shirt. Anyway,
oh my God,
it's getting hot in here. Is it just me?
Your face is like a beetroot.
I know. Right. Anyway, yes, and they've said cataract is going to be cold in July. Yes,
it is. Yeah,
it kind of looks like it's cold here. All right, what material is it? Is the question from Melinda Barnett. What material is it, Jonathan?
Okay, it is that polyester, I guess. It's that really soft. It's what they use to make basically all of the sport shirts, like the cricket shirts, the football and soccer shirts. So it's quite light.
Yeah, I've been told. Hubby Mrs. said I've gone a bit red, so.
Yeah. and the good part is there's no stitching because it's all dye sublimated. So there's no unwanted stitches under your arm and all that annoying place.
And it's quite, it is, I'll just say this as well, it is very breathable. So if you're wearing this out and about, I mean, obviously you're still going to perspire. I mean, I sweat at the drop of a hat. But it is still breathable. It's quite nice. And they're easy to wash too.
Yeah.
So easy to wash.
Well, last year it was really, really hot in that shed. Remember, it was massive, and yet, I mean, we were a bit warm. And thanks DJ Ant for sending us a fan up, but it wasn't too bad. You still breathed quite a bit.
You're not going to need a fan this time around, are you?
Absolutely not.
And we didn't even touch on either anything else that's going to come out at all for the coldness for the chill.
Well. Beanies.
So make sure you pack all your warm clothes.
Yeah.
Oh,
there'll be beanies available from the merch store as well.
Oh, sweet. When do they come out?
I'm hoping to hear back from the supplier this week, and we should have a sample ready to go, and it'll be on our website straight away. But we are buying them in bulk, so you'll be able to buy them at the event. So
sweet. So
you don't need to pre-order.
So especially because, I mean, like myself, my forehead's only getting bigger. It's not getting smaller. I'm going to need a beanie pretty quick. Something anyway. Okay, let's see. All right, Jasmine Ward, thank you very much. She said, wait, I can't. I'm not wearing pants. Craig, 2019. And Tats has written a new path tag theme for me saying, where's my pants? It's the cash pants dance. I remember doing that one.
Yeah. No.
That's terrible. Anyway, all right. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining up live. And as I said, if you join up live, this is the extra little bits you guys get. You guys get the before and after. It's only Barney says, Craig doing the where's my cash pants dance. Oh, very good. Very clever. I like that one. That'll be next time. I might have to do a YouTube clip on that anyway. So yes, thank you for joining up live, guys, and thank you for all your questions and chats. It's as always, it's great. And sorry, just quickly, hubby and Mrs. See my pants?
Anyway.
Anyway.
Glad they said pants, not something else.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So thank you very much for joining up, Frisky Puppet. Jonathan, do you want to say goodbye to everyone? Oh.
Has Jonathan disappeared?
He disappeared. He's frozen. Oh, that's good. Right at the last minute. Awesome. Good timing. Good timing. And no tomorrow, as always, a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say goodbye to the people out there.
you still want to chat?
Is Geo Elmo over in the States as well?
Yes, he is. Geo. Well, yes, they are. I got in trouble. Did I tell you I got in trouble last month?
What
because
doing?
I kept on saying him when it was actually a family.
Geo Elmo is a family?
No, not Geo Elmo. It was another one. It was I see nothing. I see nothing. They're a family of geocachers, and I kept saying him.
There's a lot of people out there with just names, and you don't know whether they're male, female, family, or anything. You just don't know.
I know, and I do apologize if I call you a him or a her, and you're the other opposite sex or your family. Just correct me, and I'll remember for next time. I promise.
Yes,
I'll try to.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please do correct us. We're happy to be corrected because sometimes we say things we shouldn't, and we need to learn.
Oh, there you go. Geo Elmo is a he. He's a he. My account is named after my daughter's favorite red monster.
Favorite red monster.
Which is? Who's the favorite red?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, by the look of my face at the moment, you know.
That was you a moment ago. Yeah.
A moment ago. So yes. All right, guys.
Puppet's back.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
I'm back.
He's back. So now he can say goodbye.
Gotta love NBN.
I'm on NBN. It's great out here. You know why? You know what's really good out here, NBN, is because I'm actually lined to the curb, so I've got a direct. Feed.
Oh, lucky you!
I'm in a new estate area, and there's a direct feed.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Netflix is so sweet.
Anyway, we were saying goodbye.
Yes, we're saying goodbye. So, Jonathan, I'll leave it over to you to say goodbye to everyone in the live chat room.
Good night, everyone.
And thanks for joining us, mate. And as I said, guys, in the chat room, if you've got any questions at all about the OZGeomuster, jump online, OZGeomuster.com.au.
Yes, thank you so much, Jonathan, for joining us. Yeah,
thanks for having me. And contact us if you need any questions answered. So that's what we're here for.
Any questions whatsoever.
How do we contact you?
Okay, you can contact me directly at john@ozgeomuster.com, but it's spelled JON, not JOHN, JON at ozgeomuster.com.
Fantastic.
There we go, guys. So make sure you flick your your questions to John, JON at ozgeomuster.com.au.
Not AU, just .com.
Oh, just .com. Oh, my bad.
I know, that's antiquated.
I know, right? And no tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. As always, a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been great fun.
Yeah.
I love the distraction from my dog barking.
Yeah, you did need a distraction after. You were so stressed for the last 2 hours.
Going for more than 2 hours barking at an echidna, just a short distance away from where we are, from where I am right now.
Yep.
And the bit where I had to get up and walk away from the computer was when somebody went and got my dog for me and brought it to my door.
Oh, wow.
No.
Wow. So your neighbor actually went and picked it. Thought, oh, bugger this dog. I'm going to go to grab it myself.
Well, I tried all sorts of things to try and get him out, but he was in these bushes I could not get into. So somebody made the effort, and
Wow.
I am grateful.
Wow. Wow. So you got him back now. He's all locked up, has he?
I got him back. He's outside at the moment because he's saturated, because I may or may not have sprayed a hose on him to try and get him to leave the echidna alone.
And what's your Geopup's name?
Boots.
Boots.
Like it's shoes. Boots.
And
BOOTS.
Where do Boots come from?
Well, he was originally Ralph, and no one could remember his name, even though it's like the Muppet Dog. But anyway, so he ended up being called Boots because when we got him, he had these big fluffy boots on him.
Oh, really? I thought it was more like along the lines of like your Dora the Explorer because you love going out caching all the time.
I know.
And
Not
here's
quite.
your boots. No?
I know it could be, but it's not.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next month, we'll see you all back then. Bye.
Bye. And no woohoo-hoo-hoos.
No. The woohoo's done. No woohoos.
Thank goodness. Bye.